Hello everybody. Just killed a couple squirrels here in the yard, and I was wanting to show everyone how I make, out of every squirrel I kill, I make 2 dirt hole baits and an attractant for a bobcat cubby set, or just a cubby set. And so we not, get something out of the squirrels, and doing this, using this bait, I've got my fastest catches on coyote of any other thing I've used. I just think the squirrel is more, they're used to catching them and eating them, and I believe when they see that fur, they smell the squirrel, they just don't, it just doesn't set off any alarms that they may have to be suspicious of that set as much as just commercial bait. I believe it just puts them at ease to go in there after it and step in your trap. But right here I have already done one squirrel, but I got got the other one here I haven't done yet. I just shot here in the yard. I always think it's pretty funny that squirrels just sit and watch me walk back and forth in the yard all year thinking I am non-violent, and then all of a sudden one day I just cut loose on them and get a bunch of them before they figure out to stay away from me when I come out of the house. But that's what happened today. They just kind of sat there and looked at me like I was pointing a stick at them or something when it was actually my gun. But that's what I have here. I already done 2. It's like, 2 baits, and then that tail used for, I like to put in to sticking out of a cubby set when I make one, to just try to draw attention of bobcat, and so far it's worked pretty good. But I was going to show how to do this other squirrel, and really all I need, don't need a knife or nothing. I got another set of these garden shears, Frisker's garden shears. That's all I use. My other set I've been using in my little trap bucket, because everybody needs scissors to cut up cut your leaves and grass and whatever little roots up. But these have that little gap for cutting. It's good for cutting the bones. You can cut the feet off, tail off, all the head, all that with this thing. But I'll just show you what I've been doing with them. You think 2 baits per squirrel, that's pretty good. You take a limit of squirrels one day, you've got 20 baits. That's a lot of sets. And I mean, for what I do around here, just predator control for hunting properties. I'm sure I make, but 2 days, 2 limits, there's 40. You got, I probably don't make that many sets the whole season, I don't think. But this is kind of like how my dad showed me how to skin a squirrel. He didn't use scissors, he always used a knife, but do the same thing. Cut a hole right here in the hide of his. It makes it easier. These suckers are still warm, but cut a hole in his back. That way you can put your fingers in there and just pull it apart like that. It just was a good bad shot. It was a good shot in that somebody was watching me shoot, and I said, if I hit this squirrel, it's going to be a Quigley down under shot, because it was about 50 yards off, I say 40 yards offhand. And so it was good. Pure luck that I did it, but good. And I hit the thing at that distance bad, as I just went straight through the guts. So, but it got the job done. At that hide, so it might be a mess in that. inside that belly. So he went right. Yeah, I went in there, hit it there, and come out there. So I can't believe I hit it. I was all over it. I was on the squirrel, off the squirrel. I just happened to pull the trigger when the crosshairs went on him. But there, pull it off his neck a little bit. Take these. No problem. Chop his head right off. Stick scissors right in the butthole. Cut through that pelvis. And then here you just gotta be careful. So you can see scissors going under the belly, so you know you're not catching none of the guts. And can go right up through here. So now you pull out all them guts. Let's see here. Oh, it's super bloody. Break that little pelvis open. Clean out all that mess. And now anymore, after cooking it and seeing that I'm just wasting my time cooking it, I don't fool with the rib cage. I'll basically cut through this. I'll cut that little thin belly skin off. That off. Then I'll, so that goes, that will be 8. And then the arms here, I cut this chest meat off, which that's a good amount of meat. And then I go under their shoulder blade right here. And that's a good amount of meat. That's worth saving. And do the opposite here. I guess like on a deer, you call it a chest brisket. Squirrels have a more meat there than a deer, not volume wise, but percentage wise. So now I have that, which is some lungs and liver in there. Let's see, I got the head and that hide. I'll just, you know, I can put this in there, those little belly skin, put all the feet in there. There's the other one. So then there's one bait. Smell, I mean, I don't know, coyote alive, it wouldn't be glad to get that. So you got that one, and then this one, I just use that hide and take the guts. And I, for whatever reason, I'll get better response off the one that has the intestines in it. I usually get quicker catches off that one over any of them. I guess it just has stronger scent. But then have those two plus the tail to use on cubby sets. Well, I didn't put that in there. Yeah, I messed up. Take the feet back out. Put this in here. Which it really, I mean, that is a lot of food. It really can make 3. You know, you could actually use that as one good amount of bait. That with this. To throw down the hole. And then the feet and the head with the hide. To throw down the hole. See, I was thinking 3 in the beginning. But there's that with those guts in them. And I just think I couldn't, you know, so when they look down the hole, instead of using sheep's wool, or them seeing sheep's wool, they'll see that hide. Which that makes a good glob there. And I try to make it, like when I freeze it, I'll freeze it in this, you know, tubular like that. So I can take that thing, and if it's not thawed out, I'm gonna make my hole, I can still just chunk it right down in the hole. And